a few months ago, it was not months ago, a couple weeks ago, you and I were discussing tattoos. It was. Somebody's going to come on here and back me up. I know it. Because blogger Ashley even talked about it on her show. So we were talking about matching tattoos. And I told you that I'm such a good decision maker that I almost got one in Vegas with the ex, remember? And you're like, how can you dare get one with him? And you can't get, you said we have been working together long enough that we should get matching little tattoos, like little baby microphones on our finger right here. And I'm like, hell yes, we should. And I've been thinking about it ever since. So this morning, before we jumped on the air, I said, hey, when are we going to go get our matching tattoos? And you said, never, all disgusted. And I'm like, it was your idea.
Okay. I recall the conversation about the tattoos in Vegas.
That's how it came up. You brought it up first.
Hand to God. I don't remember saying that I want to get matching tattoos, but if I said it, I'll do it.
You did say it. I promise you said it. Because I said, you know what, I thought about that, but I didn't think that you would do it. And you're like, I can't believe that you would even consider going and getting one with this guy, but not me, who you've worked with for over a decade. And I said, let's do it.
I mean, if there are any tattoo artists watching right now, my question is can I put the microphone on the inside of my finger? So here's my thing with tattoos is that
it's
I like
gonna
tattoos.
hurt. It's gonna hurt.
Mm-hmm. I like tattoos. I have no problems with tattoos.
See, Janine remembers it. Go ahead.
See, it's pretty easy to say that when they're just on your side.
Why would she pretend that she heard it?
Because everyone's on your side. No one's ever on my side, ever.
What's your thing with tattoos? You don't want people to see them?
I like my tattoos hidden. I like my tattoos if I have them. I don't want them to be out. I don't want them to be seen unless I want them to be seen. Now,
then don't get it on your finger. I can get it like on the inside of my arm. That'll look cool too.
Well, I don't mind having it on my finger. I was just wondering if I can get it on the side, if it's going to be that small. Like I want an itty bitty tiny tattoo. And if I can get it on the side, then I wouldn't mind having it on my finger.
Yeah, let's do that on like our right hand side, the not wedding ring finger.
Not the wedding ring side?
Yeah, because
we're never going to get married again. My new sunny disposition is I love love. I just don't know if I want to say I do.
Yeah, while we're there, I'll just get no tattoo to this finger. She said no.
Let me think on this side. Let me think about it, and then on this side, because I've had previous experience, and I'm not really sure I want to again. Right? They put that at the finger, and then when you decide you want to get married, then you have to go through the trouble of having it removed, and that's how you know whether or not you really want to get married.
Do you still have an indent in your finger?
Yes, I do.
So you look like the guy. You look like the guy that's just like on the prowl right now from his wife. Like it's gonna take a little bit for that to go away.
But it's fading really, really. Like you can just barely see a little bit of a ring, because my ring was actually too small for me from the word go, and it never really, like, until I lost my weight this last few months, it never really loosened up on me. So
I look for a ring first, and then I look for the indentation second, because either A, they're cheating, or B, they're newly divorced, and I don't do either one of those.
My friend in Vegas, Mel, said the same thing. She's like, I don't date any dude that are newly divorced. She goes, I've done that. She goes, you guys are way too emotional. I'm like, what do you mean?
What do you mean? Yeah.
I'm not emotional.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm taking the kids camping this weekend, which I'm already having super anxiety about it because it's going to be cold, and we're not going in the lake. You know, all of those things. So I'm like, what am I going to do with these kids all day? But I'm figuring it out. So yesterday, Joey was helping me set up all of the camping equipment. And he's getting super excited. They know that we're going on a camping trip next month. They don't know that we're going this weekend. It was very last minute, getting everything together. Well, this morning he wakes up and he's like, my belly hurts.
Ooh, okay.
And I said, like, you have to go to the bathroom, your belly hurts, or what's going on? Well, and he's just sitting there, and I go, stressed because you didn't do your homework? Because we could do your homework right now. Let's do your homework right now. No. And I look at him and I go, will make you happy to know that mommy took the weekend off so that I could just spend time with you? Yes. And he got all excited. And so he went potty and he ate and he got ready. And then I said, hey, do you want to take out your metal detector this weekend? Because I was planning on packing up his metal detector. Yes, wouldn't it be cool? He goes, I love our neighborhood, but wouldn't it be cool if we did it like somewhere else? And then next month, can we take it camping with us? So now I'm like getting super excited.
Okay, good.
I'm getting super excited. So I'm going to bring cards and games. I'm going by the like dollar store today to get glow sticks. I'm going to go drive by the campground and kind of just check it out. Because, you know, really it's what we do around the fire. And then I'm glad what you said this morning that it's going to be that kind of weather where I'm going to need like a 24-hour fire. And I wasn't going to bring that much wood, but now it looks like I'm going to have to pack a lot more wood.
It's going to be awesome.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited. So because I'm a total snob, I got 2 campsites next to each other because I don't know like the room area, like if it's going to be enough room. And since they were inexpensive, I got 2 next to each other. And I'm like, is this equivalent to me not sitting at a lawn at a concert because I don't want any commoners next to me?
It's equivalent to you taking your Jeep and intentionally parking it diagonal across 2 places so nobody parks next to you.
That's what I'm going to park my Jeep in one spot and camp out in the other. So it still looks like there's a bunch of people there.
Hey, do this. Take the other camp spot. First of all, off the air, I want you to tell me where we're going.
Okay.
But take your camp spot and get an easy up tent or like a cheap easy up tent and use the other one as like an easy up storage area to put stuff. And then yours is like fire and food.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. Yeah, and I'm gonna let like people know what lake I'm at, not where I'm camping, obvi, and be like, I have an extra spot if you want to come through tonight or tomorrow. Like I have some friends who might come up with her girls tonight just to pop in and say hi and throughout. You know what I mean? Just there's an extra spot. So if you want it, cool. Mm-hmm.
That'd be a lot of fun. No, that's the way to do it. It's a lot of fun that way.
So I don't know if he's getting excited for the camping or if he knows that we're going this weekend, but I guess I'll figure it out.
I think if he knew, the belly wouldn't be aching this morning.
Okay, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Because if he knew, because you probably did the same thing when you were younger and like you had something you wanted to go to and you were super excited and then you could feel yourself getting sick. And so you would, like, for me, it was strep throat all the time. All the time. I could feel strep throat coming on as I was something was coming up, you know?
Yeah.
And I would just fake it. I don't have strep throat. I'm good. I'm awesome right now, you know? Like even when you're doing it because you want to do it so bad, you're just swallowing all your pride and your hurt.
Oh yeah.
Health,
I was a strep throat kid too. I got them all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hey, keep at it, Mike. You'll be all right.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm excited. I'm sure Layla, like, and I think because I was looking for Layla's Game Boy, I'm all plug it in. That was expensive. Your dad paid for it. I don't want to lose it. Try and just get everything together. So I don't know. He might know. He might not. If he knows, as soon as I tell him, he'll be like, I knew it. I know him.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe he does have an idea. Maybe he's kind of a little in on it. That's cool.
A friend of mine said the 2 top things that you need, you know, besides food, like snackies or whatever, because the kids won't be that picky with camp food, is warmth and light. So I have sleeping bags for all of us, but I also have a whole bunch of other, and I'm going to bring flannel fitted sheets to go over their air mattress before they lay on it. And he's so excited because he has his own tent. So I popped up these tents. I got all of our tents at Walmart. And I know like camping people are like, oh, blah, blah, blah. I want to make sure that we're going to be using these enough before
if it's Ozark or Coleman, it's fine. Or if it's
Ozark.
Yeah, Ozark is Coleman.
Is it?
Yes.
Is that like the Kirkland
It's the same thing.
Okay.
It's the same.
So
I buy Ozark because it's less expensive and I still have all my Ozark stuff.
I got a 3-person tent at Walmart for $25.
Mm-hmm.
And I pop it open and Joey goes, this is all for just me? Because on his dad's side, he has to share it with 7 kids. There's 7 of them sharing. So he's like, I've never had a tent all to myself. And as soon as I looked at it, I was like, ooh, they both could have fit in there. I didn't need to buy them each their own tent, right?
That's fine.
But you know what? If we have all this space, I'm letting them each have their own tent. I got them each their own little air mattress. So then I got a 4-person tent at Walmart for $35.
Yep.
And then I got sleeping bags for 35-degree and under weather. And I'm like, well, if it's under 35, I ain't going there anyway. So these ones will be perfect.
Right. 35 is where we draw the line anyway.
Yes. So the only thing I have 2 lanterns and 3 flashlights. I think I'm going to pick up like one more big spotlight, like lantern though, so that we have
light.
If
I can suggest this.
Or the solar lights, the Dollar General solar lights that you just put in the ground.
Those are fine.
Okay.
Find the lanterns that there's some on Amazon, but I think Harbor Freight has some, and maybe even Home Depot or Lowe's might have them. They're usually near the impulse buys, but they're the canister lanterns, and they're about this big, and you just pull them up, and the minute you pull them up, the lights.
Ooh, I know what you're talking about.
So crazy.
I'm going to Ace Hardware. I bet they have them. I bet Ace has them.
So bright. Oh my God. Get like 3 or 4 of those and place them around. You'll be lit up like Christmas.
I'm so excited.
They're like, if you find the small ones, I think they're like $6 or $7.
Okay. Yeah. And then the other thing, I just don't want them to be cold because he was complaining about cold this morning, but I have all these winter clothes that they're about to grow out of that I'm just going to pack them all and then layer them up.
At night, honestly, like I know you want to be super like pajamas because flannels are usually a little warm, but otherwise like hoodies, I think you're gonna be fine. I think you'd be great out there.
We're gonna be fine.
Yeah, you got the fire, you got 3 tents going on, you got sleeping bags.
I'm so excited.
Lanterns,
s'mores, hot dogs, hamburgers. Yeah. There is a big fire pit, so I'm going to bring my cast iron and do breakfast. I wasn't going to do breakfast because I was just going to bring Pop-Tarts and cereal. But when you were describing like the best part of camping is and I could close my eyes and smell the bacon and even if I'm not going to eat it, like that was a staple of camping is waking up and making the breakfast, Because so I'm going to do that.
Where when you get up and it's like sun is coming up, but it's still a little, and it's light out, but it's still a little shaded. It's cold. There's fog and steam coming off of everything. If you drink coffee or hot tea, it's hotter and tastes better for some reason. The fire's a bit more warm. I don't know. I love waking up when I camp. It's like one of my favorite things.
And you know how we know we're living in 2021? So these brand new tents, I pop them up and they come with a pouch with 4 square hooks at the top that hold an iPad exactly like the size of a tablet. So when you hook this pouch to the ceiling, you could just lay down and watch TV, watch your iPad.
That's awesome.
Like it's literally made to put technology in it.
I love that we went from, because I'm the same way, like every time, like this is where we're going to disconnect and reconnect. And like a day, and I'm like, hey, if you put your tablet right here, like you could play your games while you're laying down and looking up.
that was my buddy yesterday, making sure we had it all together because he's like a camping freak, right? And he was like, oh, and they could put their tablet. And I go, well, I was going to, he goes, don't lie. He goes, you're going to need a break. Let them bring their electronics for a minute. He goes, especially if you're not going to the lake and stuff all day, you can only hike and look for bugs so much,
Right. Eventually he's going to get tired keeping a metal detector around.
But I packed paints so that we could like paint rocks.
Yeah.
Awesome. I got like the beanbag tic-tac-toe game. Like I'm excited.
On the other side of that, do they have cornhole? Because I got a pop-up tic-tac-toe on one side, cornhole on the other, a little pop-up canvas set.
I know what you're talking about, but it doesn't. I didn't get the cornhole because I didn't think we'd have enough space. I didn't know I'd be getting 2 spots. So I grabbed the tic-tac-toe thing instead.
I thought you were going to say, I didn't know if we had enough space because I only got 2 spots, not 3. Oh, that's
But
funny.
I'm excited. And then I'll let you know where I'm at. Anybody who wants to that I know, not any of you weirdos, I don't know. Just kidding. Anybody who jumps on this and sees that that we're going to be out there, come out there. Are we going to talk about hoodies real quick before we jump off of here? You got somewhere to go?
Yes, let's.
Okay. So if you're new, I am very open and honest about stealing hoodies. And I'm not the only woman who does it. It's a thing. There are memes about it. Women love a man's hoodie. Okay, but with me, I usually don't return to the scene of the crime. Like I'm kind of a one and done girl. I don't date a lot anyways. So You had a hoodie stolen from you a couple weeks ago, and you did not take it very lightly. You're pretty, you're like, it hurts, man. You said it smarts, which bothers me, but I'm assuming you meant it like hurts your feelings. Like, what the heck?
Yeah, it smarts. My eyes get moist, and I don't know what to do. Yeah, I get the draw, right? I understand it.
Okay.
I'm okay with it. I feel like if you have an opportunity to reclaim your hoodie, that the hoodie is not permanently gone.
Okay, I disagree. So my buddy came over last night and he got cold. So I gave him his hoodie that I stole over a year ago to wear because it was cold and I knew it would fit him because it used to belong to him, right? So he puts it on and he was like, oh my God, I forgot how comfortable this is. This fits so good. And now it's all broken in. And I'm like, no. That hoodie's staying here. It's mine. And he's like, no, this hoodie belongs to me. And I'm like, no. There's a statute of limitations. It now belongs here in this house and to me. You do not get it back.
You cannot assert squatters' rights over a hoodie. All right, like here's where I'm at on that. Like, for me with the hoodie, given the price of an actual, like, because like a nice hoodie is like 60, 70 bucks.
Yeah, and a night with me is worth that.
Okay, so first of all, what are you calling yourself? Let's stop here for a minute. No way, because a night with you is worth marriage.
Ew, why?
You're shortchanging yourself. You're shortchanging yourself at hoodie. Okay.
Well, I'll take the hoodie and run.
Secondly, why did you take the hoodie in the first place?
Well, we will say it's because we're cold.
Why did he put the hoodie on?
He was cold.
Mm-hmm.
But then he can, no, it belongs to me. But, it's not just because of that. Like, we want to remember you. We want a trophy. It's our trophy. I wouldn't give my trophy back after winning a championship. Be like, here, second place.
I guess
my first place trophy.
I guess I just don't agree with us being objectified.
Is that what it is?
Like,
is it?
We're more than a hoodie. Okay, we're more than a hoodie.
See, but okay,
we're a person.
With your person, with your situation, like she wants to remember you. With me, I just wanted like a token. Like just show my friends.
You sound like a serial killer. Do you understand that? Like you sound,
dude. You should see my collection of snapbacks.
That's what I'm saying. If you go back in time and look at serial killers, they have like a box of mementos from their victims, and you're like, look at all of my victims' hoodies.
The last guy I hooked up with, he had a snapback hanging that clearly belonged to his ex-wife. Hanging from his door, and I'm like, ooh, I think I want that. I'm gonna ask him if I could take it.
I mean, at least you draw the line at shoplifting. Like, at least you're not grabbing it as you walk out the door. Is he looking? Is he looking? Cool, got the hat. Bye.
Got it.
Like at least you look them in the eye as you like actively steal from them and be like, hey, can I have this? And the answer is yes. I'm just gonna take it anyway.
Not always. We'll talk about a propane tank on a different live stream on a different.
Day. Wait a minute. No. Let's unpack this real quick. Were you told no when it came to taking something?
So I built a grill at my friend's house, and he put his spare propane tank in it to see if it worked. Okay. So then he goes away for work, and we get in a big old fight. And then I move into my house and bring my grill with the propane tank to my house, right? And it took me about a year to give him that. I went and filled it up and gave him the propane tank back. So then we go over there and we're grilling, and it's the first time in a year that he has grilled anything on his grill out of purpose because he should have had the propane tank that I took.
Yeah.
That did belong to him. That was my bad. My bad.
You're like, So I kept the car for a year. And when I finally gave it back, he didn't drive me around for a year out of principle.
Out of principle. That's the word I
just
meant.
a jerk.
Out of principle. He was like, I always have a backup propane tank, and I didn't because you stole it. So I did not touch this grill since the other propane ran out. And I go, oh my God, you've been really, I thought it was a funny thing we've been laughing about for a year, but apparently not.
Isn't that fun when you think it's like a funny thing and then you're like, oh no, they're serious. Like I was
And then
talking
all
to
of a sudden it escalates. Yeah.
Yeah. I was talking to a buddy the other day. It was like a little text exchange. And he texted back with this, like, you know, like this part was, and like I thought he was like joking at first. And I'm like, oh, okay, but like it kept going and it started getting kind of aggressive. I'm like, whoa, this is not headed in the direction I thought it was headed. I thought we were good here.
Like, whoa, you weren't kidding. No, I wasn't kidding.
Yeah. So anyway, I totally get what you mean. Like you're like, hey, this is like a thing. And you're like, oh no, it's not a thing. My bad.
And I'm so sensitive that as soon as he told me, I'm like, well, these steaks are delicious since the grill hasn't been used a year, just so you know.
So you're saying the grill is rested.
The grill's rested. All right. So hoodies belong to me. Snapbacks. You know, sometimes I do things that aren't normal that I think are normal, and they're not normal.
Right. But then when you run them by me for like, is this normal? I'm like, no, it's not. And then you're like, nah, it is.
I'm going to do it anyway.
You're like taking the word fetch and you're like forcing it, right? But like when she said, was it Gretchen? Fetch won't happen, right?
Yeah.
Was her name Gretchen? You're like, yeah, it will. It will.
I know. What was the last thing I did? And I remember looking at him. I go, is this one of these things that aren't normal that I think is normal? And he's like, yeah, you're not normal.
Yeah.
Sometimes I have no boundaries.
Wait, sometimes I have no boundaries. Also, I'm going to defend white knuckle until the day I die, the hoodies, and giving them back. But also sometimes I have no boundaries.
All right, you guys, have a good weekend. We will see you Monday.
Have fun camping.
I am. I'm so excited.
I think you guys are going to have a great time. I can't wait to see what treasures he finds with his metal detector. I'm low-key kind of jealous of it. I would go out there and meet up with you guys and just check out the lake, but I've got like a stacked weekend. I have to go to Rockland. There's the Women's World Championship Disc Golf in Rockland that I'm covering. But busy weekend ahead. Other stuff too. Otherwise, I would totally go out there. But I think you guys have a really, really good time.
All right. I'll still let you know where we're staying, just like for safety and stuff, so you know.
Gold pan. Get some gold pans.
I will. I think that's what we might do, because we're still staying close to the area, that if things get weird, like not fun, like dead on Saturday, that I'll just might drive them up to Columbia and Gold Pan and get some ice cream and stuff, and then come back to the campgrounds.
How close are you to Columbia now?
25 minutes.
Or even, because in Murphy's or Angel's Camp, you guys have to have a gold panning store specifically. Towns like that always have at least one specific to mining store.
I'll ask a friend. I'll ask.
Because gold pans, like just a plastic little gold pan, is like $3.
Okay, I'll look into it.
It's super fun. And you watch a YouTube video, they'll have it done like that.
All right, cool.
All right, have a good fun.
See you guys Monday. Bye.
Bye.